Hello Glee fans, this is Shamus Kelley, video producer for the Towerlight, here with your Opinionated Glee review of Season 3, Episode 9, Extraordinary Christmas. This episode was a very average episode. It didn't like super actively offend me, but it was also kind of not... It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. It's a very middle of the road episode, but let me tell you something. And apparently a lot of people online didn't like this, and I'm really surprised. The whole Kurt and Blaine Super 60 style Christmas sitcom special, how is that not the cutest, most hilarious thing you've ever seen in your life? Oh my God. See, when I first heard that Artie was like, you two are gonna be sitting there, I'm like, what? I mean, a gay couple on an Ohio PBS station, how's that gonna fly? But they made it perfect and so adorable. And my favorite line of the whole episode is Kurt saying, and then I told Justin Timberlake, that's not eggnog. It's funny because sexual. The whole thing about this episode, it was a Christmas special, and you know, a lot of things are, oh, this didn't make sense, this didn't make sense. I'm about to nitpick it. It's not that, you know, this episode isn't perfect, and I'm not just gonna give it a pass just cause it's a Christmas episode. But yeah, the moral was silly and dumb, and then they did the Charlie Brown thing where he reads the story of the nativity, but it was just, I wasn't as pissed off about it as I normally would be. Maybe it's because it's a Christmas episode, but the one thing I really did not like about this episode, though, was Rachel. She's super into Finn getting her something really expensive. And I know the moment I saw that, I said, oh, well, this is going to be the lesson, isn't it? Yep. The whole lesson's going to be about, you know, appreciating and giving things to others, not caring about yourself. We haven't seen this in every Christmas special ever. But, you know, the ending was kind of cute. And the thing with Finn naming the star after himself for her at first kind of threw me off. But it was cute. It was really cute. If someone did that for me and I was into stars like Rachel, that'd be totally cute and hilarious and aw. And just, I can't get over the Kurt and Blaine sitcom show. It's kind of like if Will and Grace was set in the 60s and Will and Jack lived together. It's kind of like that, and if they were teenagers. So it's like Will and Grace, the teenage years in the 60s. Perfect. It was so over the top, and the way Darren Criss and Chris Colfer played it was perfect. They acted as if they were Kurt and Blaine acting cheesy, and that's what made it so funny and hilarious. That's the thing about this. People were expecting a lot out of this episode, and I'm not really sure why. As some of the commenters actually commented last week, you guys, thank you very much, that they basically wrapped up all the plot lines last week so they could do this pretty much continuity-free episode, which is probably never going to be mentioned again until next year's Christmas special if they do one. So it was, once again, very inoffensive. I mean, yeah, you know, Sue is acting like super nice and, you know, we're supposed to be sympathetic to her once again, but she was also still kind of not that way. Characterization, especially also with Rachel, completely stupid and unnecessary. And then the whole, like, I was really hyped for that whole Star Wars holiday special bit because I heard about that on like a news site. I'm like, what? Are they going to sing episodes from the holiday Christmas special? Are we going to see more Star Wars-y stuff? No, it was Chewbacca and Finn and holding the lightsaber and Puck dressed up as Han Solo. Like, what? And the little intro with the little circles, yeah, I know it's from the Star Wars holiday special, but why put it in there? It ended up being kind of completely pointless. And they did introduce a lot of things like, oh, Sam is lonely on Christmas. Oh no, he's got the Irish kid to hang out with. I see the fan fiction coming already. Oh, you taught me about Christmas. Now I'm going to teach you about love. Yeah. See, yeah, Valentine's Day partner. Yeah. We know what's happening, Glee. You did that for the fanfic writers. I see you, fanfic writer out there. Go write it. It will be beautiful. But other than that, oh, and the mention of Artie. I'd forgotten that in the last Christmas special, Artie gotten those super leg things that broke, apparently. They remembered that, I guess. And they remembered that Rachel was Jewish in the last, like, 2 seconds of the episode. Hooray! The songs of this episode were completely forgettable. I mean, half of them were totally pointless to begin with. I talked about while watching this episode, I said to the friend I was watching it with, I said, I should do the Glee songless edit, where you edit out all the songs that aren't necessarily a part of the plot. It would make the Britney Spears episode, which I hated, about 5 seconds long, which would make that episode so much better. Can we just pretend that episode never happened? Was this better? Stop shaking your head over there. It was... I barely even remember last year's Christmas special. And also, like, the whole, like, Mercedes kind of flirting with Sam thing. That was completely pointless. I'm not really sure why. It just... this episode, there are things I didn't like, but I was still entertained. Maybe it was that whole Kurt and Blaine sitcom, black and white, hilarious throwback to 60s shows. I don't know why people don't like that. It was cute. It was over the top. It's supposed to be silly. That's the point. There's really not a lot to say about this episode. I mean, there's not a lot I can say because everything pretty much happened last week. This was just more, oh yeah, we learned a lesson last week, huh, Quinn? Oh, I remembered what's important. Oh yeah, Tina watched. Tina did nothing except be Mike Chang's girlfriend. Sad. But, so once again, what do I give this episode? Oh, it's like a B-. It was nothing spectacular, but it wasn't like the worst thing ever. So it's not like it's like a C or anything, but it's not really good either. And the songs, once again, not that great. And was there anything else I was missing for this episode? Oh yeah, apparently, and I've read about this online, they cut 2 scenes that were either in publicity shots or shown in promos, where apparently Santana sings Santa Baby, and there's a scene where Blaine or Kurt give each other gifts, or one of them gives a gift to each other. I understand that things get cut for time, and this episode was kind of, holiday packed, but all those pointless songs couldn't have been cut out for even the Kurt and Blaine scene. I mean, I guess they got that whole holiday special thing, or the whole special, so whatever, but it just seemed really odd, and I know a lot of people were pissed about it, but they'll probably put it on the DVD, and it will make all the shippers go crazy. Is it really shipping if they're a couple in the show? I'm not really sure. So, once again, this is the last Opinionated Glee review for this year until, I think it's January 17th or whatever when the show comes back. So, I'll be doing a video then. Leave comments on here. Let's talk about Glee. Leave comments. I want to give me something to do on this lonely winter break. Give me holiday cheer. Leave comments so that we don't... Leave comments that I can answer questions to. I want to have a discussion. Awesome. Oh, also, I guess you can follow me on Twitter, because I'm on the Twitter, is at Rider Jetfire, which is RIDERJETFIRE, Jetfire. If you want to talk about Glee there too. I am more than willing to always talk about Glee and be very, very opinionated about it, because that's just how I am. So, this episode, B-. Enjoy your holidays, and I will see you around next year. See you later.